Hello, welcome to. I can't even get it out from me. I have to laugh, and I'm sorry. Welcome to the play ratings. Today, Lou and I were talking about the Newcastle 5. Yes, Newcastle 5. It's a kind of nil result yesterday at St. James Park. Again, appreciate your support. Here for the Geordie fans, that is. We're in all of our mentions in our chat. Fair play to you guys. I mean, you killed us yesterday. But anyway, if you could drop a like, subscribe, we really do appreciate it. And let's get into it. It's not going to be a very long show. I don't think so. But let's see. Lou, your thoughts on the game, or your thoughts in general?
First of all, hello to all the Newcastle fans, because
I'm
there ain't
fully
no
rattled.
Palace. There ain't no Palace fans watching this. So, why man, up the ton, yeah, because there ain't no Palace fans watching this right now. I can tell you that for sure. So, yeah, congratulations.
I am honestly, I am fully rattled. So fair play. I'm still in shock from the game yesterday. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to comment on the game. But really quickly, I'll put up the stats because what might as well kill some time here. 14 shots to 11 for Palace, 7 shots on target, 5 goals. 7 shots on target, 5 goals. It's not a good look for our goalkeeper. We'll get to him in a minute, but just in general, just a bad overall display. It got off to a decent start, funny enough, but once they started attacking us, it was pretty much over for us. So let's get into the individual ratings. Both get Henderson a 1. I mentioned it before, and I'll say it again. I need Dean Henderson to come up bigger in games. Now, yesterday's not his fault, but that first goal, honestly, is embarrassing. You can't get beat at the near post. I played as a forward, but I coached, and when I coached, I got my goalkeeping license to coach. And you'd always teach kids, you can't get beat at the near post. You just can't. The goal by Barnes, he twists up Lacroix. We'll get to him later on. Also had a terrible game. But that shot's from 15 yards in the box. He doesn't come out of his 6-yard box to narrow the angle. And then the Shaw goal, no problem. The Gay own goal, no problem. And the Isak goal, it's on the D, so we're going to say that's 22 yards out. Again, doesn't move off of a 6-yard box, gets beat. I thought Henderson was terrible yesterday, and for us to do anything the rest of the season, he's got to get better. He played poorly for me against Man City, poorly again against Newcastle. But Lou, your thoughts on Dean Henderson?
Crap. Rubbish. Lucky to get a 1. That's all I have to say.
Move on. Munoz, give him a 1. I don't have any individual comments about any of our defenders. They were all really poor. So your comments on Munoz?
Very good player, but there's levels. Livramento is let's not get it twisted. They are a better team with better players, and Livramento is he's literally the perfect modern day fullback. He can defend, he can attack, he can play with both feet, because he goes to the byline with his left foot on the left side, and he's right-footed.
Right.
So that you could just, although it was a 5-0 win and it was an off day, you could clearly see the gap in quality of players. I think personally.
Agree. Ty Mitchell also.
You're lucky you got 1. Lucky you got 1.
You go first then, because I have a few comments about Ty, but you go first.
Again, I'm not going to overly kill him because he plays every single game. He's probably tired. He's not a left wing back again. And listen, he got scored by Trippier. Trippier's like way less athletic than him and much older than him. Yeah, it looked like Trippier was 25 and Mitchell was 34. That's what it looked like to me. Outdone him physically, technically. Yeah, and Jacob Murphy run ragged. Poor on the ball, poor off the ball, poor heading, poor positioning. Yeah, again, I still think he's a good player, and I'm not going to kill him, but it's shocking. He's in shocking form at the moment, to be fair.
Yeah, last 2 games have not been good. I'm not even sure, but they 100% targeted the left side. I don't know why they picked.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It was everything was right. It was their right. Trippier, Murphy. It was ridiculous. And then he was out of position so many times too when we were attacking. when he got countered, I think there was a couple of times when it was just Richards and McQuarrie defending, everybody else was attacking. So
there was a moment in the first half. I don't know if it was 0-0 at that point, and Gahey has a go at Mitchell, telling him to switch on.
I do remember that.
Gahey kicks the ball off Murphy and wins a throw in, and then he's telling Mitchell, like, come on, like, switch on.
Right.
And I'm just thinking, like, where's Mitchell's head at? Like, he's when he has no confidence, he's awful when he's not confident. Like, I've said it before, you tell when he doesn't want the ball. When he's a confident player and things are going well, he looks good. But when he's not confident, boy, it looks bad.
And what I'll say is, with the 2 games coming up against Bournemouth and Arsenal, put Chilwell in, see what you got. And then for me, toss a coin for the semi-final then. You know, honestly, if he plays well, yeah, at this point, I don't just, but at this point, play Chilwell on the next 2 matches, see what we got.
At least we know Chilwell won't get flustered. He's played in the Champions League final.
Exactly. So there is that. So Mark Gahey, the Geordie's favorite player right now, 2 own goals this season for against
3 own goals, 2 against Newcastle.
Well, I'm saying 2 against 2 goals for Newcastle. I'm trying to say I am rattled. So I'm just rattled. 2 goals for Newcastle this season. Did not play well. Again, he usually plays much better and helps out Mitchell, but yesterday wasn't good. Again, he gets beat on that for that first goal by Murphy, but it's not his fault. I'll watch it back again real quickly. He makes the initial tackle in the middle. The ball bounces out wide. Trippier plays it wide to Murphy. Mitchell's out of position, and Gahey tries to help him out and gets beat, but just a poor by Mitchell. Again, everyone defensively very poor, but your thoughts on Mark Gahey?
For all you Newcastle fans watching, I know you want to hear, he's not even better than Shaw. He's not even better than Botman. So there you go. We can move on now.
Yeah, he's better than both, but again, it wasn't better than them yesterday. Maxence Lacroix, both game 1.
I might have to change this to a 0 because he was shocking. His distribution, Isak bullied him. He got done by Barnes. That turn for the 5th goal. Oh, to change that to a 0, that was awful. I love Lacroix. What a player, but geez, that was terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, I'm not going to change it, but I understand. I'm not going to add anything because he's played some really good matches for us.
Unbelievable.
He's been unbelievable. He has not been good the last 2 games. And he has to get better. Chris Richards gets the 1 from both of us. He actually probably should have got a 2 because he won a penalty at least, which is better than the other 2 players did. So I might change mine to a 2. But that aside,
great block in the first half from.
Do you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Hold on.
Give him a 2.
Yeah. He deserved a 2. I'm not gonna lie, because he wasn't as shocking as the other 2. Yeah. And you know, just because I'm in a bad mood and we're in a bad mood, he shouldn't have to suffer.
Yeah. And he scored a goal last week. That's a golden. I was about to say assist, but as he missed the penalty.
So we're gonna give him a 2 just because we can. And I mean, he wasn't as poor as the other 2. He's gonna be put in the same bracket, obviously, because the defense was poor. But I don't think Richard was that bad. But again, you can see the 5 goals. So anyway, so your thoughts? Do you have any additional thoughts?
Listen, do you know what? I'm trying to make this humorous because it's I know, 10 goals in 2 games, but like it is what it is, isn't it?
Next, Hughes, 1 from both of us. You go first.
Oh my, 2-year contract. Congratulations, happy birthday! But you see the gap between Tonali, Gomes, and Joe Linton. He couldn't get near them. Late challenges. Slow on the ball, couldn't defend against transitions. Again, I love all these players. I love this team. I love this manager. But if we're talking about this game, everyone looked completely out of depth. And Hughes and Lerma weren't even neck deep. They were at the bottom of the seabed.
Yeah, I don't listen. Nobody have something to add, stats, whatever. I don't have nothing to add. I'm sorry, people. I don't have anything to add. Lerma, yellow card, 1 for both.
It looked like first team against under 16s in the center midfield. That's what it looked like.
It was bad. It was bad. There was no help from anybody. They couldn't get on the ball. They was totally schooled, both Hughes and Lerma. I said Saar because he's next. He gets one also.
By the way, Lerma was rattling me when he was trying to play crossfield balls because that is just not his game. Please, I do not want to see Lerma pass the ball more than 20 yards in the air. Play it on the floor because it catches snow in summer. Anyway, so
you only actually, according to Seth, he only played one long ball, 0 for 1. But I guess I get what you're saying. I mean, his passing again wasn't.
He looks for that one to
80%,
Munoz.
but he looks for it. Yeah, he looked for that ball. Yeah. Sarr. Now, the only thing I remember from Sarr was Sarr. Was it Sarr that made the run that should have passed the ball to Mateta, or was that somebody else?
He should have passed the ball and he passed it to Munoz.
Yeah, for Munoz. Yeah, that's the only standout moment for me for Sarr yesterday. I don't know why Mateta's wide open in the middle. Why is he going wide? Mateta would have a shot on goal without a doubt because he's past the defender. I don't understand that. But anyway, everyone was poor. He gets a 1. Your comments?
You're lucky to get a 1. Shocking.
Next. Do I even have him on here? I do.
You know what? Take the 1 off. Go into 0.
I'm gonna keep the 1. I will change yours.
For everyone, it's -1 actually. Give him -1.
No, I'm not. I can't bother to look for the minus side.
I can. I love Ebbs. I love Ebbs, and he's a game winner. But boy, the penalty alone is minus. It's unforgivable. I don't care if it comes off. It's okay. If it doesn't come off, it's unforgivable. And before the penalty, he wasn't even playing well. So I don't understand why he felt the need to take the ball. I don't understand. To me, you shouldn't have 2 penalty takers either. It's 1 penalty taker. Mateta has scored every penalty he's taken for Palace. I think Ebbs might have as well, but Mateta scored the last one, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. The West Ham, remember? He just won.
There you go. That was a terrible penalty, by the way.
But he scored.
But he scored. Right. Everyone knows Mateta should have taken it. I thought Mateta was playing well as well. I thought he was making direct runs. Shaw was struggling against him. He kept fouling him. He was holding the ball up well. Mateta should have taken that penalty and rifled it into the back of the net, and that changes the game. But yeah, I don't have anything to say about it. He should have been dragged at half time. But to be fair, do you know what's mad? I actually think just because we got a semi-final next week, I understand why he's taking off players, but some of those players deserve to stay and play the rest of that game.
The 90, yeah.
It's easy to come off. Easy to come off and go and sit on the bench. It's easy to do that. He should have played the whole game. But obviously, I understand we've got lots of games. But I would have, if I was a manager, I would have been so raging. I would have wanted them to stay on and prove something.
Yeah. So disappointed in that penalty kick. I can't tell you. I absolutely hate that form. I mentioned yesterday in the post-match reaction. The only player that can do that is what's the Brentford striker's name? Ex-Brentford
Tony.
Tony. No one else does. Tony
and Wemo does it as well.
Right, but doesn't look at the ball, and so he knows you're going to commit. Everybody else that does it, they have to look down to hit the ball, and you can't do it that way because actually the funny thing is Pope actually does go to his right, but then he adjusts back to his left. It's such a weak kick.
Jimenez can do it quite well as well. Raul Jimenez.
But I don't care. As I mentioned before, when I was younger, you couldn't do that as a penalty. You had to have a straight run up. You had to go straight. And I love Luca's penalty. Just put your foot through it. Mateta's. I hate players. That's why I used to hate Benteke's penalty kick. Same thing. To me, it's a coward's way of taking a penalty. It's cowardly because you know what? The keeper has to stand his line. Kick the ball properly. Don't wait for the guy to make it. I hate it. And I love Evans. I think people yesterday talking about he hasn't played well all season. You're going over the top because honestly, Fulham, we don't win a game without him. And
he took us to Wembley.
Games lately.
Right,
exactly. So you're gonna act like he hasn't done anything all year. Please stop it. But yesterday, terrible, and the penalty is unforgivable. You can't do that. So I'm not even going on again. But I hated that penalty. And you're right. Should have played the whole game just to suffer through it. But we suffered through it anyway. So anyway, Mateta, both gave him a 2. I thought he played well up to the point when he got to like 2-3-0. He didn't deserve to be part of that forward line that played so poorly. Made good runs. Tried to hold up the ball. I mean, the 2 is probably low, but because we lost 5-0. But your thoughts on Mateta?
When I gave everyone a minimum of 8 for being on the pitch when we beat Brighton, this is the opposite of that. I'm sorry, it's guilty by association. But Mateta doesn't deserve a 2. I thought he was okay.
I agree too, but I'm not going to change it. But I agree. JP, I apologize. Subs, real quick. Mateta, Nketiah at 5. I thought the subs actually, besides the venue, didn't. And maybe Wharton. I thought the subs did well. I thought Nketiah did well. Ran his socks off, worked hard, tried to get in positions, had a couple of shots. But anything you want to add on Nketiah?
Yeah, I like Nketiah. Do you know what? It would have been easy to come on and go through the
Go through the
motions.
motions. Yep, I agree.
Probably he's great save off the line, stop to goal.
Yes. When Saw and him and all of them online. That was funny. That was funny.
But listen, the lucky thing is they've got Saturday to it's a quick turnover. I don't know whether that's a good or bad, but it's a home game.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
Romain Esse, surprising that he came on, but I was glad to see him on the pitch. I thought he played really well. I thought he worked hard.
I'm not gonna lie.
So
when I first saw him come on against Brentford, I thought he looked quite lightweight, but he looked a bit stronger yesterday. And you know what? It was nice to see a bit of technique on that side because it's quite very direct. Sarr and Munoz. I thought he showed some good touches, some drops of the shoulder. I thought it looked good. And I think it's time. It's time. It's time. Something has to give because it's a downward trajectory right now.
Yeah, the next two matches, Esse could start for me. Bournemouth for Arsenal, I got no problem with that. So Kamada, nice bounce back for him. I thought he did really nice. Didn't misplace a pass. On the ball, tidy. Was trying to create some opportunities on the left side. I thought he did well. I mean, again, not much to compare it to. You're coming on at what 4-0, 5-0. I think it was 4-0 when he came on, but I thought he was okay. But what about you?
Yeah, same, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm a Kamada fan. I don't care what other people say. I don't give a crap about other people's opinions. I like his style of play. It's sometimes he can make mistakes, but look what Ebb's done. Exactly. The Ebbs one is 10 times worse than what Kamada done against City. 100 times worse.
Wharton, I thought he was okay. The only issue I have is that he had a
passing.
Yeah, his passing was, and then he had a chance to take a shot. And he
fell over.
I don't know what. That was weird. But again, he just seemed off of it. I get the mindset, though. You come in at 5-0 or 4-0. What you can?
I know this might sound a bit backwards, but I kind of prefer that he isn't. His performances now are showing us we'll probably get him for another year.
He hasn't done anything to make him £100 million, but that's fine. Yeah. I'm with you. Keep him. Lastly, Devaney wasn't on for long enough.
Still, again, I think it's unfair on these players to bring him on with 2 minutes. Like Devaney should have come on way earlier because I understand a young player like Devaney would be chomping at the bit to come on and play at St James's Park. Right. But don't put him on for 2 minutes. Put him on for 30 minutes. But again, Glasner must have his reasons.
Speaking of which, so here's the thing. I think the setup was fine. I really do. I don't think the tactical setup was wrong. I didn't see a lot of pressing from us, but again, I'm gonna go and make the same comment I made about Man City. Newcastle, a decent budget, even though they don't spend what they can, but you know they have unlimited funds when they can. I mean, Isak wasn't cheap. Yeah. They can spend money. Manager, even though he wasn't there, the manager Eddie Howe is an excellent manager. Tyndall did a great job in his stead, and they've got very, very good players. I said it during the preview. I think the midfield is probably top 2 in the Premier League. Isak's top 2 strikers in the Premier League.
We're talking balance. Might be the best.
Right, you're right, and I underrate. So I would do it now. I underrate Barnes and Murphy. Didn't think they were that good or as good. Yeah. Sorry, I should have. I take that back. I didn't think they were as good. They were excellent, and they are excellent players.
How is similar to Glasner in a sense? I think Howe's now got his trophy. Glasner's got his trophy. But in terms of making players better, then also players playing at their peak every week, it's an underrated form of man management. And Tyndall and Howe are more of a duo
as a team.
They're as a team. Yeah. So. And again, they was willing to give us chances like they did Man United because they knew that we struggle in transition. And then Glasner has to. Obviously, we was 2-0 up against City, so I wouldn't say like holding a lead, going 1-0 down. But in the sense of when we start losing, it doesn't look. We had the kind of that problem at the start of the season, didn't we? When we went 1-0 down, it was over.
Right.
We couldn't get back into the game, and then we turned it around against Southampton. When we went 1-0 down, that was the first time we come back and won a game. But it's kind of reverted a bit.
Around Christmas time.
Yeah. But it's kind of reverted a bit. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm guessing there was probably some harsh words said after the game. They need to take a
Rightfully
hard
so.
look at themselves. Yeah, Glasner, but
he looked a little stunned on the sideline. I'm not going to lie, that worries me. But I have a lot of you and I have a lot of faith in him. It's the big next 2 matches because obviously the goal is next Saturday, the semi-final. But Bournemouth and Arsenal cannot be taken lightly now. They could have been before, but they can't be taken lightly now. We have to show a response. And even if, as Dee said, low block it 2-0, I'll take it. Arsenal, just to get the confidence back defensively at least. You know what I mean? But something to change. But again, I thought yesterday just wasn't a good look for Glasner, and it's it is what it is.
Do you know who deserves 10 though? The fans. 10.
Oh, 100%. We don't do fans.
I still heard you lot singing. I still heard you lot singing when it was 5-0 down. And I tweeted before the game saying I hope the team kind of rewards the loyalty given. And I'm not a fan of. You hear people saying, "Oh, they should refund the fan." That's not how football works, by the way. You don't get refunds for bad performances. It's never worked like that. But they should feel ashamed the fact that people, and there was loads of delays on the trains. People were missing trains and people still dedicated midweek after holding 5 on Saturday. And I'll probably say the majority of people that went to City probably went to Newcastle because it's probably the same sort of dedicated fan that would go to City at 12 o'clock would go to Newcastle midweek. That means they probably had to take annual leave for 2 days or 1 day. So listen, those fans deserve to a shout out because they're the only people that come back with any respect from that game.
I agree. That's it for the play ratings. Again, want to be more upbeat. Had to be brutally honest. It was a terrible performance. And again, it is what it is. Drop your comments below. We'll be doing a preview right after this, funny enough, for the Bournemouth match. Check that out. And until next time, up the Palace.
Yeah. Newcastle fans, go back to work because I know you're trying to inject all this content. Yeah. But we're happy. We're fine. Yeah. We're fine. We're good.